Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, it doesn't cost anything, and I usually don't sound like this. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. The High Priestess, you are in a psychic zone right now. I think that your antenna is like just like powered on now fully. I think you've been getting a lot more messages from Spirit through dreams, prophetic dreams, visions, a lot of synchronicities. Okay, a lot of information coming through. Spirit's trying to show you something. The High Priestess is trying to show you the way to the good life, trying to show you the way to improve your life right now. Okay, let's put this card into a little bit of context. See the Three of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the Temperance card, Queen of Wands, a Princess of Wands, okay. We've got a Seven of Pentacles, an Ace of Pentacles, a Prince of Wands, a lot of fire energy, and finally a Prince of Swords. There's a lot of people around you right now. That's a lot. That's a good amount of court cards here, and it's all in the suit of the fire, really, mostly, right? A little bit of air, but the wands. So I feel like there's a group that are in alliance together, right? So it could be a family sort of alliance. It could be a work kind of alliance. But there's kind of there's a bit of a clique, going on here. And I don't know if you're part of that group, or if you might be someone that's kind of feels like you're up against a group of people. Okay. Interesting. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor, infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with our little octopus friend, the Eight of Tentacles. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction down in the comments. Now, let's take a look around the room. We've got a couple of major arcana energies. There is there's the Art or Temperance card and the High Priestess. It feels like you're in a difficult situation now with this pressure cooker sort of energy. Spirit's trying to show you the way out of this. You're sort of, I feel like Spirit's trying to lead an exodus here for you. And I feel like there is an opposition to you in the form of a kind of a group of people. Maybe it's family, maybe it's coworkers. It feels like you're sort of, you're not really fitting in right now. You know what I mean? It feels like you're in this very fiery situation, and Spirit's trying to lead you out of that. Because I feel like this situation is molding you into someone that you don't want to become. Yeah. So we've got our two majors, right? Spirit trying to lead you to the Empress, really, trying to lead you to your best life, lead you to, an improvement in life, lead you to something better. Okay. And so we got our majors, and we've got fire, 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 fire. No water. No water at all, right? We've got a little bit of air at the end. And we've got the earth, the earth, the earth. It feels like, it kind of feels like Rome is burning here, and you've got to get out. You've got to get some fresh air. There's a group of people around you that are just honestly feels like they're a bad influence on you. It feels like they are somehow preventing you from becoming who you're meant to become, right? So the Three of Wands here in this position, it's kind of like this is your work right now. Your work is to make the difficult decision. Your work is to maintain your integrity despite your surroundings. Despite these people that are influencing you right now, you're trying to maintain your own trajectory, your own principles, your moral compass. You're trying to maintain your integrity. Okay? And this is, what Spirit's trying to tell you, look, you're in this situation now. It's a pressure cooker situation. You have a group of people around you that you don't want to be assimilated by. It's kind of like the fire is threatening to devour everything. And you don't want to become just part of that, right? So Spirit's kind of saying, look, you have to keep yourself whole, keep yourself separate. You've got to maintain your integrity. What is integrity but our, let's say, structural integrity? We don't want to fall apart. We don't want to just succumb to that energy. We don't want to just acquiesce and surrender to what everybody, it's like if you can't beat them, join them. You don't want to join them, right? Maybe you can't beat them either. So maybe there needs to be a third option here. Okay. Now, underneath the surface, we have a Two of Pentacles. You're somebody that is ready for change. You know that the situation can't stay the same right now. And I don't know why you're still here in this particular, if it's a work thing, family thing, I don't know. But maybe you have to be here, right? Maybe this is just like I don't have an opportunity to leave, or there's nowhere to go, or it's just like, this is the situation. But you know that something needs to change. And really, we can look at it as we need to prevent something from changing, okay? And I think what that means is that you're trying not to become like these other people, okay? So you're trying really maybe not to change, okay? It's a situation where you feel there's an influence on you to try to get you to be something that you're not. Or it's just, and maybe it's not intentional. Maybe not that this isn't somebody with some big plan to like corrupt you, But I feel like it's just a natural function of this group, just to try to assimilate everybody who's around into the group. It's just kind of like you're gonna, come be one of us. And well, Capricorn, you kind of have other plans. You don't want to be just part of the group. You want to kind of do your own thing. You want to be independent. You want to maintain your creative control, let's say. So it's kind of like the artist that doesn't want to sign with the record company because they don't want to lose control over their creativity, their music. And, they want to be able to steer the ship, call the shots, right? So Spirit's trying to show you that this is a situation that is kind of threatening to transform you into something that you don't want to be. So I think you're resisting change right now. You're resisting letting the influence of these other people, I don't know who they are, resisting their influence, right? So you're resisting the change here that we see with the Two of Pentacles. Now, the pressure cooker, that Temperance card in the background, this is perhaps a situation that you need to endure. You need to go through this. It's not that we can just run away, right? This is something that is kind of a necessary challenge for you. And this is really, in some ways, a spiritual test. Spirit's wondering if you can go through this situation and come out the other end still intact, still whole, still you, right? So think about any situation that we might find ourselves in. Am I just going to sort of dissolve myself and just become like part of the group? Or am I going to get through this situation and still maintain my integrity, still maintain my my principles and moral compass, or whatever you want to call it, right? you're in a pressure cooker. It's very difficult not to be changed by that pressure and by that heat, Which is what we see here. We see a lot of pressure and a lot of heat. So the pressure is on you, and it would be probably a lot easier for you to just give in and, and do what they are. It's kind of like they're ganging up on you, right? These court cards. But you're trying to do the right thing, even if that means that you're going to be perhaps at odds with the group. You might be making a couple of enemies here, but I don't think that's a big concern for you. So, how are we supposed to maintain our integrity and our principles in the face of all of the opposition, right? Now, up top we have a Queen of Wands. Now, the court cards all together are telling me that there's this group of people that are sort of, in opposition to you in some way. Okay, but individually, the court cards represent sort of an aspect of your energy. I think you got a little bit of a stubbornness to you, and I like that. I think that you believe what you believe, and you have your integrity in there, and you're kind of meeting fire with fire. That maybe they thought you were going to be an easy mark, but you're not. Maybe they thought that you wouldn't stand up for yourself, that you would just sort of assimilate and you would be brought into the group and absorbed into the group quite easily, but you're not. So I think that you have an independence in you, and this is a deep sense of purpose in this person, and I think that this is this is what you're holding on to. That you have a deep sense of who you are. This is your identity. It's kind of like saying, don't lose yourself in this group. Don't forget who you are, Capricorn. Whatever situation you're in right now, don't lose your sense of self. Don't compromise your integrity. Don't lose your identity. Okay. And maintain that upright sort of posture. There could be an older female energy involved in this situation, and maybe it is maybe this older female is the boss, the supervisor. Maybe it is the sort of like a matriarch of a family or something like this, right? It feels like this is kind of the leader of the group anyway. In some ways, it feels like a mom and a couple kids. We have the queen, we have the prince and the princess, so we got that sort of dynamic going on. It could really be. It could be that there is one particular person that is trying to run everything. And you're the last person in this group that is resisting that control. Maybe they've already absorbed the princess and already absorbed the prince, right? And you're like the last one. And it's just like trying to bring you over to the dark side, right? And you're resisting it, yeah. So it could be really one older female that is trying to control everybody else, and maybe the prince and the princess are other members of your family or your siblings or something like this, and they're already gone, right? They've already sort of drunk the Kool-Aid, as it were, right? The future position, we have the Princess of Wands here. This is kind of an impulsivity, right? And this is kind of the outcome that you're looking at. You're kind of faced with this. You're faced with you're in a tight spot, okay? Because it feels like you're being forced into a reaction, okay? You're being forced to kind of, for a confrontation in a way. And it almost feels like there's no other option. Okay. Look for alternatives here, especially with the High Priestess and the Three of Wands, because it's not either we beat them or we join them. It could be that there's a third option here. And I don't know if the third option is maybe some sort of compromise. But what you're looking at is the inevitability of just reaction. It's like someone's trying to bait you into reacting in a certain way. And this would be very predictable. This is like stimulus and then a reaction. It's automatic. And this is like somebody has pushed your buttons and then, oh, you behaved that way, just like we knew you would. So we don't want to really do that. We don't want to be impulsive. We want to at least think it through, maintain our integrity, and no matter how much this person or these people try to push your buttons, we need to be solid. Okay? We need to be able to resist that button, right, as it's being pushed. Now, we're going to talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. Now, your general energy is 7 of Pentacles, right? It feels like this is kind of a no-win situation, right? As it is now, you sort of feel like the underdog. You sort of feel like this situation is preventing your growth. Maybe this is a particular coworker or a few coworkers. And maybe if you just gave in to what they want and you just sort of, you let yourself become one of them, maybe then you would succeed. Maybe then they would open doors for you. Then you'd be part of the group, part of the clique, and then you'd get the promotion and you'd play along, you'd play the game, and you would succeed. You wouldn't feel like there were people blocking your path, right? And that's kind of what it feels like now. It feels like because you won't give in to this, this pseudo-authority or something, that you won't play along. You won't just give in and submit, that they're sort of making your life more difficult. They're preventing passage through certain avenues, right? And there's no guarantee that if you were to compromise your identity, lose your identity, and become part of the group, that would change anything anyway. Okay. So the 7 of Pentacles is this feeling that the situation we're in, there's really no way to excel. There's no way to climb the ladder. There's no way to really progress. Okay. And the Ace of Pentacles in the environment, it maybe is taking a step in a new direction. This may be the realization that even if you were to beat them or join them, it wouldn't improve things. So maybe the third option is to consider a new path. Okay, this is kind of the Ace of Pentacles in the environment in terms of the relationships with the environment. This is kind of like we're taking a step in a new direction. This might be I'm going to put all my efforts into something else. I'm going to take a chance out there on my own. And maybe this is the first step toward real independence. You're being free of this, whatever this fiery influence is on you. It feels like a very controlling influence. It may be one person. I feel like they have helpers, right? And this might be really just kind of walking away. And walking away in order to maintain your integrity. If you stay, you're going to be baited into a reaction. That's either going to be fight or just give in and be assimilated, right? The other option, I think, is to sort of flee. Yeah, we got fight or flight, right? Or freeze or do nothing. Okay, and fighting is either you're going to win or you're going to lose. I think either way you're going to lose. Even if you win, I don't think things are going to improve for you. The High Priestess is trying to show you what is important to you. You want to improve your life. The High Priestess is trying to show you the way to the Empress. Your best life, your Big Rock Candy Mountain is that way. It's not here. It's not right where we're standing or sitting or wherever you are. So this might be the idea that we've got to take a step here. That maybe in front of this fiery oppositional energy, we're just kind of frozen. We're just like, I don't know what to do. I want to I want to, make progress. I want to succeed. I want to be successful and reach my goals and stuff, but I don't want to lose myself in that group. I don't want to become that. I don't want to lose my identity. I don't want to become something I'm not. And so it feels like we're just kind of frozen, not sure if we should fight or flee. This now becomes the step. This becomes, we've taken an action. We've done something. We've chosen our behavior and we've acted on it. Okay. The next card is the Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands is the realization that things cannot continue how they've been going. Because I think eventually it's going to be, things are going to reach a culmination. I'm wondering if this is going to be the Tower card. I think if things continue the way they've been going, there's going to reach a critical mass. There's going to reach this point where things just cannot be contained, and there's going to be that final battle, And I think we're really trying to avoid that. That's something we really don't want. And I don't think for your own well-being that you want things to continue going the way they've been going. Okay? Because I think that you've been experiencing some physical effects of this too. Just feeling run down, feeling reluctant to go. If this is a work that we don't want to go to work the next day. If this is a school thing, it's like, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. And just feeling sick, feeling more aches and pains. Okay. I feel like there's been something with a tooth. You had a tooth that's been bothering you lately, right? That's probably not related to this, but I feel that it's just, we feel that we're just sort of breaking down physically because of the stress of this, right? And the stress has gone beyond the mind, right? We don't see a lot of swords cards here. What we see is all this fire. What we see is like just a lot of, it just feels like a lot of pressure, a lot of force, right? And it's just kind of like they're looking at you, and it feels like they're trying to, like, I don't know, they're trying to, like, steal your soul, And maybe that's overstating it a little bit, but it feels that way, or it does here anyway. So the Prince of Swords at the end, I think this is you making that decision. I think we've been kind of in this frozen state thinking, what do I do? Do I fight? Do I flee? What is the right path here? And I think you've been asking for guidance. And I think that the High Priestess is answering your call and saying, your best life is not here. Your best life is elsewhere. So doing the right thing might be the most difficult. It might be very easy for you to fight, for you to lash out and really, like, tear them a new one, But that's not going to help you. So the difficult thing for you is to restrain that impulse, and do the kind of so-called honorable thing, and leave the situation, leave the room, right? So I feel like this is you making that decision and realizing that, okay, if things can't continue the way they're going, fighting and trying to battle them is not going to help me in any way. Even if I win, it's not going to put me in a better position. So the only choice is to follow the intuition here and do the difficult thing, which maybe is walking away. Let's look at the mystery card, though. And let's see. This could be the Tower. This could be you walking away. All right. If you have a prediction for this, put it in the comments down below. Let's see what it is. The High Priestess again. The High Priestess again showing you where you are right now is not going to lead to your best life. You need to go elsewhere. And this is your intuition saying, get out of there. Get out of there. All this fire energy could be like, this is a situation that is really, it's like the Roman Empire is declining. It's in ruin. It's going downhill. It's like this ship is sinking. This, I don't know, whatever, this kingdom is on fire. You got to go. You got to get out of there. You can't fight this fire without great personal loss. So sometimes you just have to say, I got to get out of here. And that's the most difficult thing to do. I see all these news stories of the fires that we've had all over the world, the entire year. It seems like there's always something, And I would be that person too, just sitting there trying to save my home, trying to fight the fire, trying to battle it. But there comes a point where you have to realize that this is a battle that I cannot win. Okay, and your intuition is it's like your dog is tugging you by your pant leg and saying, let's go, it's time to get out of here. Okay. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Capricorn, Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.